Good morning and welcome to today's meditation, the Be the Light meditation. I'm here in downtown Olympia this morning. And actually it's the topic of the meditation. And as always, it seems as if I choose a topic that's up for me. It's so funny how often it's up for the people that are listening as well. So I'll tell you this situation. Sometimes we are planted somewhere and we might even be there for quite a while and we really can't see the light for the trees. We have an idea why we're there or what we're going to do. And then all along the way, it's very clear that the people and places and things that we imagined would come into focus in our best imaginable scenario and picture and money or work, we think it's going to come to fruition because why? Because we use the law of attraction and because we have strong intentional energy fields and a lot of other things have worked. But there comes a certain point where you can breathe into the absolute truth of the situation. It could be where you live. It could be a relationship. It could be anything, but you must come and say, I have actually chosen this unconsciously. I have gotten off of my path. I have listened to others, or I have gone into my Achilles heel default of path of least resistance, okay? That's number one. It's hard to admit that. Or sometimes it could be path number two. You are learning that what brought you here in this relationship has golden nuggets, and you have been gold panning just kind of lightly and expecting to get rich or have the amazing experience. But what I found is anytime that I choose and go into a place, it is what I make of it. And that I can watch around. I've been here in Olympia for a year. And I can watch and take the temperature, test the environment, watch the people, and sense all the vibrational fields always asking, why me here now? Why me here now? And guess what? There is always, no matter where you are planted, a very deep hidden vein of gold just beneath the surface. If you come out of your comfort zone and you stop thinking of why you thought you came in the first place. So think about that for a moment. It's a little noisy out there today. I'm going to go shut the blinds. So hold on, take a nice deep breath. So it is true, there are no accidents. And even if it's just for you, again, communing with Source and becoming absolutely honest that if it is not the correct place on the planet, the geophysical place, or the person that you are around predominantly, if they are not helping you go deeper, to expand on your journey and feel alive in that process, maybe you have parked yourself. The path of least resistance. And if you are here on this call, I hate to say spiritual warrior, I'll say spiritual explorer. Everything you see and do and hear is an opportunity for you to grow through discernment, through observing, and having even greater understanding of people, places, and things. Why? So you can be in greater service by being more in alignment, by being honest and truthful with yourself. Now, sometimes people feel And you need to follow this feeling. I'm up to here. I've learned all the lessons with this person. I feel like it's time to move on, or I'm finished with this house. I'm finished with this town. I'm finished with this environment. And I always seem to know that, and I trust it. One time we lived in a villa. I had an orthodontist husband. We had Ferraris, Mercedes, gorgeous villa. And I decided that our family needed something more real, and I found a little country home with white picket fence and a stream. And I did some work with the family there, and the gentleman who was a minister was dying. And so when all the music was done and he had passed over, the lady said, I understand you like my house, and if you'd like to buy it, I'd like to sell it to you above everyone else. So my family came, and my husband just about passed out that I would want this little red and white country house over our villa. And my kids said, Mom, we have always trusted you. Your instincts are good. You've never misled our family. Even if you're taking us somewhere where we thought, what? They said, we trust that this will be healthy and good for our family. And so my husband said, oh, okay. But that was the beginning of our divorce, actually. So you can develop within yourself a trust meter. And for me, it's very clear. The moment where it's like, this is what I say, I would rather die than stay here. I would rather jump off the Golden Gate Bridge than stay with this person. And that means there's something else, okay? So that's kind of my litmus test. But if you are in a situation where you're fairly comfortable, but you know there's something more, this is what I'm going to tell you. Don't hide and try to be comfortable. Let yourself be challenged and be uncomfortable. That's where you're going beneath the surface, and you're looking and you're seeing where perhaps your growth or your gifts can be phenomenal. So I'll tell you the example. I'm down here in Olympia. I'm on the corner. And one night they counted 300 homeless people in one night. We have one that lives right behind our door, behind my partner's door. They're so loud at night, they think people are breaking in, and we have an alarm service, and every alarm service call costs us $100. Every time the homeless get excited, the drug crazed, we pay the price. There's hypodermic needles, there's everything. And I'll tell you, I wanted to move to Olympia and just paint and be with spiritually activated women and kind of write out my life. But I am surrounded by depravity, by homelessness, by people with entities. And I started thinking, very interesting. We kind of knew it was a tiny bit, but it's much deeper and more pronounced than I ever thought. So last week I was sitting on the couch and I said to my partner, I said, do you remember when you first started doing events, the first thing was a soup kitchen? And we both laughed. He says, funny, I was just thinking, maybe we should start having barbecues in our back lot because all the homeless people are there anyway. But then I started thinking, you can't just give free food. So I thought, how could I contribute? And on September, I think it's the 21st Saturday, it's International Peace Day, we're going to have a painting event in the park on the Capitol lawn for people to come and paint about having homes, people having homes, and donating those to charity. So as a result of that, now I'm really excited because I'm going to get to talk to nonprofits. I'm get to come as the person who helped shift the paradigm through art. And the thought of that, to walk in and have something to give in my way, not making food or not, pushing little papers, but doing art. And I said, I'm going to go talk to the people at the newspaper place. So it took a year for me to decide to get involved with the situation. And we know the worst thing in the world right now is the way we are treating the poor, the marginalized, the ones with different skin colors. the ones who have been pushed out of the medical system, pushed out of houses, and the drug companies that perpetuated this. The predatory, selfish behavior at every level of society is so pernicious, it's killing off humanity. There's no sense of humane vibration left at the levels where people are making decisions and have gotten into power. I mean, there's some new people who might come in and make some shifts, but how does this apply to you? Because chances are, if you're listening to this meditation, you're asking for more connection to your heart's knowing, more profound trust in your own presence here to implant your gifts. And so I'm here to give you confidence that no matter how big the questions are, or you're really moving into an area of known, or you're at kind of a plateau, I'm inviting you to scratch the surface, saying, what do I like to do? And what am I good at? And I'll tell you what it is. They say there is genius, is it Goethe, in that first step. As long as you're sitting back and thinking about it and preparing the soil, nothing's going to grow. You eventually have to take that seed in your heart and plant it in the world. When my mother was about 66, my dad had passed away, and she had so many gifts. Stanford graduate school. She could do everything, paint, write, calligraphy. And I took her to a spiritual guide. Her name was Patricia. And Patricia looked at her and said, Mary, you have two choices. You could ride your life out trying to be comfortable, do nice little things you like to do, or you could step into a bigger picture of yourself in service that would bring great joy to you and help the world. So my mom did it in her own little way. She still went to church, but she never really had that courage. She always wanted to go in and she wanted to help children read. And she would talk about it and talk about it. I'd say, Mom, it's the easiest thing, just go. But she didn't do it. So there is beauty in choice and movement, even if you don't do it. Okay? So because I'm new and I keep thinking, where should I plant my seeds? What should I do? And we're in a golf and country club, okay? It is mostly very conservative, wealthy people who have made it, who are there to enjoy the better things of life, a certain strata, which is great. That's why I'm in it. Beauty, joy, exercise, nice meals. I don't play tennis, but I swim there. But there was a big event there, and they said, how'd you like to volunteer? And I said, okay, I'll put down, I'll be on the activities committee. Why? Because all the years I was the dental wife's president and social, I had a million great ideas. But I got the actual list of what they do, and I thought about it. Is it truly my priority in life to make sure that the napkins are folded just so, and there's the cute little thing? And I know, but probably not that way, but that's what I did as a dental wife. And I said, been there and done that. So I could go there and teach a painting course, but being on the activity committee, that's not really appropriate. So I really thought it through. I thought, I want to meet people. It's great. It's social. But I said, no, there's too much need in the world. And I have something to offer for change. And to feel good about myself, I don't need another deluxe, wonderful experience. So you will have the chance to sort and sort and sort. And if I did that, it would have been like going back to my dental wife years where that was the priority, to feel part of a tribe, have beautiful, perfect events where no one complained. That was always the criteria. Okay, so I said all that to prepare us now to go deep into our Be the Light meditation. So start thinking about the painting of your life, okay? Could be where you're living. It could be the people that you are relating with, or wanting to get to know someone better, or meet someone you haven't even met yet, or to play with the idea of taking a course, your educational sphere, maybe offering your services for a local event. If you are feeling stuck at all, choose one area, okay? One of those areas, or your health where you're wanting to make some shifts. Take one area where you are going to dare to stick your foot in and test the water. Or maybe, no, we're using the gold mine. You're using a shovel and you are going to dig for dirt. And guess what? If after a few months there's nothing, you have no juice, dig in another area. But the beauty is in feeling excited, feeling motivated. You know why? Because it keeps you young. It keeps you joyful, something joyful to talk about. You will meet other people digging and you'll say, well, I dug over here and I found this, I dug, and pretty soon you're finding gold together and you have a new friend. Okay, so hopefully you found that area where you'd like to explore more. Take that picture into your heart. And let's go ahead and begin the meditation by taking a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. We ask and intend to still our thoughts. Imagine that a blind has been pulled down in your head and your brain, and that you're going to just trust that your heart is the new satellite system for beaming and receiving information. So just feel how that feels. Where your head was is now completely clear, and your heart is your headquarters. Take a deep breath through the nose and out through the mouth. As we ask and intend to set a sacred space, we place a beautiful holon of balance, a tent, an energetic form over our entire body. Only energies of the highest light may be in this space now. We remove everybody else's face, voice, thoughts, and we are just coming home to ourselves. And we are very comfortable as we imagine that we are now sitting in a beautiful, plush, comfortable living room chair right in our heart. Imagine that you are sinking in to the coziest, most comfortable space as you are watching the movie of your life move into living color. Even thinking about that feels so joyful. So this idea in your mind of an area that you would like to take your shovel, watching the big screen, the movie of your life, let the story of your life in this area of focus, be it relationship, job, moving, whatever, be on the screen with this new picture, and imagine that it's covered up. It's covered up by earth, a thin layer of earth. And notice that there's something pulsing and shiny right below your perceptions. And notice that your perceptions are basically a whole quagmire of how you have thought about yourself and life and how things worked before. Okay? So to uncover that, we're going to do a little bit of magic. First, we're going to invite in your divine guides, all the beings of light who help and assist and support you to see things more clearly. In fact, they already know what is glowing underneath there. They can see interdimensionally. They can see the biggest, best, brightest future for you. So we ask and intend that we can see and experience our highest, best, joyous truth with their eyes. And they are happy to loan us their vision for your spiritual expansion and growth and well-being now. So imagine that you have spiritual X-ray eyes. Now we're going to ask for a little bit more help. If you're sitting up nice and straight, imagine that your spine is your satellite receiver system, and that on top of your head is your crown chakra, and that's the receiver port, okay? So the creator of the universe, the mysterious, beautiful God, Goddess, energy of all possibilities, is now beginning to create a beautiful formula of pulsing light that will help you access and move into what is presently hidden and limited by the veils of your human perception. So we let this energy from source come radiating down like a warm glow of much awaited warmth and light, something that can melt away your own self-limitations, your own negative thinking, your own contraction, and feel that your whole body is relaxing and opening, almost like a candle that is ready to be lit and to see. So at your crown chakra, let this beautiful warm light, not a regular fire flame, let's pretend it's one of those beautiful candles that has the light and flickers without, we don't want you to feel like it's hot, in other words. So imagine that this beautiful energy flowing from source is coming right into your crown chakra, and your body knows what to do with this energy. It is absorbing it. It is exponentially beefing up its sense of hope, joy, newness, exploration. Remember how you felt the day before a recital, before graduation, before anything joyful. So big, you weren't sure if you could keep breathing through it. This is this energy to be created new in this moment. So you have eyes to see and ears to hear all that is coming your way in just the right timing. So let this energy come down into your eyes and just absorb it into your throat, into the back of your neck, your upper chest, and into your heart. And your whole body is beginning to tingle and feel wonderful with this bubbly like champagne energy of light. In this moment, you're surrounded by your spirit guides, the in-betweeners. You are embodying your own delightful frequency as the creator reminds you who you are in every cell. So let's look at the movie of your life. We ask and intend that we take all blinders off, and we allow for our topic, our subject, to be revealed to us, just some little new thought about it, a new attitude, a new approach, a new ally, a new, even if it's just a new color. Watch as this energy from your heart changes the projection system. Might not even be a white screen anymore. Notice what you are seeing and feeling. You might be in a garden. You might have a golden shovel Notice how good it feels just to pick up the shovel and imagine going deeper for something more joyful. And guess what? It will be joyful because your intention is to experience joy exploring. Can you imagine that the journey is just as joyful as any destination? Feel your muscles, feel your whole body digging below the surface of this specific topic. Imagine yourself finding a new you in the movie that has movement, power, divine energy pulsing through your body as you surge through the different layers of ground to find your vein of riches. Now, this is the amazing thing. You may not find the vein of gold in this lifetime, but the joy of moving towards it, doing what you love, is a gift in every moment. Will keep you young and happy and keep other people magnetizing to you. And you can tell them, I simply followed my bliss, connected with Source. And you have done your part in returning man into a humane, benevolent, social being by being happy yourself and digging for joy. We're always looking for the fix, but it is the movement. We can't fix every minute. There's a musical, Stephen Sondheim, Into the Woods, and she says, if everything's a moment, you never know you had one. So you are joyfully in transit, and then you rest. In transit, another dig, and then you rest. Another dig, and then you hit something that's beautiful and shiny, maybe a nugget, maybe a realization of a new friend, or it could be a new take on where you are living. Planting an organic garden, the joy of connection with earth, or eating a better diet, or tending your body as if it's a baby so it heals and it's full of vitality. You are choosing the topic. Doesn't matter, because it's your journey. My job to pour the organic essence of divine fertilizer over your process so that you feel in joyful, intentional movement through space and time in this body and in this lifetime. Oh, good. We're hitting some pay dirt here. I can feel it. Excellent. Okay. Take a deep breath through your nose and out through your mouth. So we've all reached now a beautiful fractalized space of buying into this new environment within ourselves and our external world. Feel how safe and grounded you feel. We ask and intend this feeling in our heart is integrated now into all systems of our body and our organs, our emotions, and specifically our thoughts. We ask that our thoughts follow this organizational template of joy and movement. Excellent. Notice you did this all yourself. I just merely made suggestions. It is you at the driver's seat. So we're going to finish this meditation by putting a beautiful golden resilient egg around your whole body. And you get to decide what takes place in your environment, in your world, related to your path of search for gold, the vein. Being excited, even with little particles or gold nuggets, and maybe truly, actually finding the full gold mine. That would be full ascension, be merging with the highest vibration, and that it might be the time you leave your body or not, depending on your own timetable for your frequency field to align with divine Christed consciousness, we call it, for lack of any other name. So right now you're approximating that. You're getting very close in your, take a deep breath. It's beautiful. All these colors and energies moving through your body. Again, we ask that they integrate and stabilize into this beautiful new form. So I thank you for joining me for this meditation today. And in a moment, I'll turn the recording off and we can have questions or talk or answer or whatever has come up for you. Great. Okay. So I am Jan Jorgensen here at soundandlighthealingarts.com, and I offer personal healing sessions, 3-month coaching program, Wednesday morning free meditations, which I have to say help keep me in line. So I hope to have a chance to talk to all of you. Okay, here we go. Recording's going on.